Thank you, Senator Sanders. Just a question in light of Charleston and the atrocities in Colorado and Arizona and here in Connecticut and New England. It is not right for people to own assault rifles. It's not right for regular people. There's no reason for it. So how are you going to stop the NRA?
And this is very important. It's important for states like New Hampshire and Vermont and rural states all over this country. So let me be very clear about it. There are, in my state and in your state, tens of thousands of people who own guns, who hunt, who do target practice, and go to antique gun shows. 99.9% of those people are law-abiding people. And I respect, and we should all respect, different lifestyles. That is a lifestyle that I respect. I have seen and been with families, mom, dad, and kids go out into the woods, they enjoy nature, and that is what they do. And they should not be condemned, and they should not be stigmatized. I think, frankly, that I can play a very good role in the debate over gun control for the following reasons. I come from a state which has virtually no gun control at all. None. And so I have to tell you, it took a little bit of courage on my part to vote for a ban on assault weapons. To vote for instant background checks, to vote to end this gun show loophole, all right, which is a very serious problem. I have voted for all of those things, and not everybody in my state agreed with me. But here's what I think. I may be wrong, but this is what I think. I think in states like Vermont, New Hampshire, and rural states all over this country, where people do hunt, where people do own guns, what people also understand here in Vermont is that guns in our part of the world, and in my state, thank God, we have a very low crime rate and relatively few instances of people using guns to kill people. Thank God. But what people in Vermont, and I suspect New Hampshire, understand is that guns in our part of the world are very different than guns in Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York. Guns in Chicago mean that young people who are in gangs are killing other young people or shooting at police officers or involved in the drug trade. Very different understanding of guns and reality of guns in those areas than in rural areas. What we have got to do, and I think honestly I'm in a pretty good position to do, is to come forward with a common sense proposal on guns that will have the support of not of everybody, but of a significant majority of the American people. For example, not too many people in America believe that we should allow guns to get into the hands, frankly, of people who should not have them, right? All right? Who disagrees with it? It's hard to disagree with that. We know people who are suicidal, who are homicidal. They should not have guns. People who have criminal records should not have guns. People who have come out of psychiatric institutes should not have guns. I hope and I believe that in America there's not much debate about that. So we need an instant background check. I would hope that that is widely supported. Now, your point about assault weapons, I agree with that also. Hunters, vast majority of hunters, do not use semi-assault weapons when they hunt, all right? They don't need it. And they don't have magazines that can shoot 30 bullets at a time. So I would hope that as a nation we would ban these types of assault weapons so they don't get into the hands of people who are gun dealers or out shooting at police officers. I would hope that we can agree on that. And I hope that we could agree that it's stupid to have loopholes so that if you went to a gun show, you could buy all the guns you need without a background check. That doesn't make sense. So these, among others, and I'm open to other ideas, but here is the point. People in urban America cannot demonize or stereotype people in rural America because they own guns and they hunt. People in rural America who hunt have got to understand that guns in Chicago and LA mean a very different thing than guns in Vermont and New Hampshire. And if we can come to that understanding and cross this cultural divide, we can finally come up with common sense gun solutions that the vast majority of the American people will support. A long answer to a short question, but thank you. All right, let's take a couple of more. We're going to hit the road.